welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Baobab. As we continue on our journey to share our experience as international students, we have decided today to go forward and to also increase, to share other type of experience that we have as international students today. I have with me today Abdul Gafar. Abdul, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm doing well.
Okay. So I've been while that we didn't see you.
Yeah, life has been a little bit busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you're here and we have to continue.
We are very happy to have you today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Isa.
Yeah, I'm doing very wonderful today, and I'm very happy to share, some of my tiny, experiences and stuff with some of our followers to tell a little bit about life as international student, all the struggles and what we took to overcome all the struggles to get where we are today.
Thank you, Isa. I'm very happy that you already go beyond with some of the things that I was going to say. I can tell you guys that for some of our followers are writing to us and then they appreciate the work that you have been doing. Mm-hmm. Some of them appreciate the experience that you have been sharing. It's very helpful to them, and they always say that on their comments and the message that they send it to us. We are very happy also to welcome, to see these messages and these comments, and this help us, to go forward. So as we continue today to share our experience, I will go today with my first question to you guys.
Yes.
So I don't know. I will start with Abdul. I always say, the one that sit on my right is the first person.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next time I will sit on the left.
Why? Because you don't want to start the first. That's okay.
No, it's completely fine with me. If you want to start it, you can go ahead and start it.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll go with Abdul.
Yeah.
So some of our friends, our followers would like to know your first impression when you got here as international student, especially during your first semester. How was the impression? Did everything did everything go like you expected, or did you see some surprises?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I will say my first impression when I first got here, it was completely different from what I was expecting, especially for the weather and the language. From the weather, we are African and not used to that extreme cold, and I got here when in the winter. You yourself imagine having the snow. Yeah, it just came from somewhere really warm, and you had it. Yeah, so that's a big change. And the other thing, back home, I thought in my head I can even teach English at school, but now when I got here, I saw that
the English
there are different level of English,
Yeah.
So and something else too, according to my major, I thought when I will get here, I will have most of my classes in related to my major, computer science. But unfortunately, I was a transfer student, so most of computer science classes I've done them already. So they just completed my credit with some
of the class that are supposed to be in your major.
And I had that teacher, when I sat in the class, and the time I sat there till the time the class end up, I have nothing, and I know I haven't get anything that she said. She just talking. I heard she's talking, but I don't know what she's talking about.
I can know what he's talking about, because some of the people might know because I'm doing the science, I will be dealing with the mathematics and physics.
Exactly.
And then you will be surprised when they tell you to take the English class.
Actually,
or take science, psychology.
Law. Yeah. So you see, that was completely she just talked.
And then it's you might think that it's not part of your school, your major, but it is important because as you go into your major, you will be working in the field that will require you to know about the law.
Yeah,
that's why sometimes all of them come through.
That's true.
Thank you for that, sharing that with us. Isa, what about you? What was your first impression?
Okay, thank you so much for asking me this type of question, because it's very important to me to share my experiences and stuff. So as my brother already mentioned that, we are from Africa. We are from a country where it's very sunny over there. In Africa, we don't know this type of cold. My brother already mentioned that we cope with we have some hard time, dealing with the weather, because it's very extremely cold. Besides all of this kind of stuff, I'm going to go straight forward on, the classes, the first day of my impression of the classes, the first day of classes, the impression. So the first impression that everything did not go on according to plan.
Your plan.
Yeah, everything didn't go according to plan, because everything is completely different. Yeah, the school, the way that the school is set up, everything is completely different. The first thing, to be honest, I struggle a lot with the orientation. Yeah, because in United States we have this kind of, we have some selective courses, selective classes, and also some mandatory. I know that all the classes are mandatory, but we have some selective classes and some mandatory classes. Yeah, selective and elective. Which you have to take, and selective you have to take it, but it's kind of selective. You need to select which one you are giving an option to choose. So the first day I went to my advisor's office, and I asked him a lot of bunch of questions. Should I take this one or should I take this kind of class? Because my instructor was like, well, I don't know how smart you are, so I can tell you that this class is very good for your major, because we feel that you will be working toward, you will be requiring this kind of knowledge, and also this one. So I couldn't tell you exactly which class you need to take, and also you don't know the instructor. You know the instructor's name, but you don't know the instructor physically, how they're going to deal with you, because you're a foreign student. English is not your native language, so you need to, the instructor that's going to understand and go very slowly with you sometimes, and giving you some like a kind of accommodation, giving you plenty of time, so you don't know what the professor's going to be. So, and this was my very big trouble. And the second trouble is like my brothers already mentioned the English problem. I remember my first days of the class, I went to the class, and then I was sitting. My teacher, she was talking, even if we had English back home, I know that, most of our countries are French countries and stuff. English, even if we, used to cope with, or, some people cope a little bit with some people, speaking English. The accent is very complete, is totally different. Yeah, the accent is totally different. So the way that the instructor was talking, she was going a little bit fast. She was going a little bit fast. And then I remember I opened my book like that because I wanted to take some note. I was sitting in front, the first table, right in front of the professor. I was trying to take some note, but the way that the instructor was going, so I couldn't, take any note. So it's really frustrated me. It's very painful. I remember I went to the bathroom and I shed, into tears. I cried a little bit and I come, but I know that everything was going to be fine.
If my friends are hearing you guys saying all that, they will be like, oh, are we going to survive? And then I know that you guys survived them. That's why why I'm going right now with my second question to you guys will be like, so far, because you guys have been here for a while. So what did you guys do, and that can make you proud of yourself today? That was like, okay, even though we had these struggles today, I'm happy because I've done that.
Yeah, I got here like with a purpose of getting my bachelor degree, getting there. So far I've been here like took me 2 years, and I'm very proud of that. Like I was able
to graduate.
Yeah, to graduate.
You have that degree.
Even though I went through all this struggle. Like it says like you have to be
strong,
persistent, and like work hard. And like if you have a clear purpose, you won't say like
you make the
you'll find a way to overcome all obstacle. So
that's good. I think that's getting your degree, because when you come here for the study and then you are able to have the degree that you're pursuing, is something that very great, to accomplish. I think that makes sense. But Isa, what about you? Do you have something that
okay, thank you so much. I think this is very important. My brothers already said that getting the degree, you know, we all as international come to the United States for the purpose of getting a better education and stuff. So I was very proud of myself because I achieved and I got my degree, my bachelor degree, and I'm planning for, you know, future studying, getting my PhD and stuff. Right before I got my degree, I'm going to tell you two things that make me very proud. The one thing is the GPA, because as a pre-med student, you need to work really hard. It's not only to pass the classes. My
your goal?
Yeah, my goal was not only to pass the classes, but to understand what's going on and also to get a very good grade on it. So I was very successful, and I'm very proud of myself because, you know, my first semester, I remember I graduated with 4.0, second semester 4.0, and third semester 4.0. The last semester I graduated with around 3.5 or something. So I was very proud of myself. And and you know, even we got all the struggles and stuff. There's an old saying that we hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later is going to get your hair cut. So
you lost me a lot.
No, not lost you. No. This old saying means that we hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get your hair cut. Okay. So even if things are starting getting very hard to you, so don't give up. So hold on, and one day it's going to be successful.
Get it?
Yes.
Thank you, Isa. I'm very happy, you know, to listen to you guys going there, because I cannot tell you, you know, I can tell you that we have the same struggle, and as you guys are mentioning your struggles and how you took, you know, to overcome them, I can tell you that it's like you telling my story, because I went through the same way. I will move with my third question now, because you guys have been talking about your struggle, and you mentioned some of them, but I want you to come back on that and mention again. Isa, I will go first now with you on this struggle that you guys had. Can you share, you know, with us some of them, and not only sharing them, telling us how you took, you know, the actions that you took to overcome some of the struggle. Because people who are joining us, you know, in this journey of being international student also will be facing, or they already facing some struggle like you already faced. Yeah, you would maybe share this struggle, and then how you did to overcome them, or what's the proposal, or you proposing something that can help them to overcome.
Okay, thank you so much. This one is also a very prominent and very important question. So, has struggles as a foreign student? I think struggles is something that is universal for everyone, for every foreign student. Struggles are kind of universal, but it's depends on how we are going to deal with the struggle. You know, we got, so like we already mentioned, the weather was not on our favor, and also one of the major struggle that foreign students deal is the financial problems and stuff. Because once you come to United States, everything, the financial rate is not on our side. Our parents back home could send 1 million francs CFA. For them, it's a really huge money. But when you got to United States, it's not even worth like $2,000. So the financial rate is not always on our side. So we have the financial struggles. We have the weather that is extremely very good, and also how do you guys call this one? Transportation, and also the food. But one of the biggest struggles that I overcome, of course I overcome it, not completely, but I partially overcome it, but I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about it, was the communication problem. One thing, I come to the United States, they said, there's an old saying that the way you dress, the way that you get dressed, reflect that the way that you will be addressed. So I understood this kind of stuff. Later I understood this kind of stuff. So you need to be very, professional. Get dressed in a very, nice professional way, because you don't, because you are in different environment. So I started, buying some very nice suit and be wearing, but this was not enough. Even though you try to build, you try to overcome, your visual image, because I was working a lot on my visual image that I ignored and I totally forgot. They had the biggest problem, the vocal image. There's two different images, the visual image and the vocal image. you need to work a lot on your visual image, the way that you look, and the way that you look, and also one of the biggest important thing, you need to work on your vocal image too. Because once you open your mouth, you're telling the entire world who you are. So once you start, even if you get dressed in a very fashion, very nice way, people will address you with very casual. People are going to have very appealing. They would like to cope with you. But once you open your mouth and you start kind of struggling, and you are not even able to express yourself very good, they are going to start losing interest of you. Once you communicate very clear, people are going to create a positive image of you, this kind of stuff. So the biggest problem was the communication.
So how did you do? Because so you work on your communication about most of the time. One thing that I've done a lot was get myself involved in school activities a lot. Because as a foreign student, a lot of people, once they get to the United States, they're kind of scared, they're kind of reserved in the environment. They don't want to, go out, let themselves go out and try to build, some new friendship. So to be honest, since I know that I have to work on my communication, not my visual image, my vocal image, so I started getting myself involved in school activities. And also, school activities, this is kind of, at school, and sometimes during some small activities inside of a school. But this is not enough. You also need to work a lot at home by yourself. You working with people, also you need to work by yourself too. One of the easiest ways to learn English, the easiest way, you can be watching like some movies, listening to some music, and also listening to some debate, watching to TV show, and trying to repeat it, talking to yourself, trying to create a surprise topic and try to debate it with yourself. I think I can't disagree with you on that thing, because most of the time you guys have said something about us learning English from our country already before we come here. We didn't get it because we didn't have people to talk to. And as you said, we involve, with people, talking to them, trying to communicate with them will help you, because you guys communicate in the same way or in the same language.
No, it depends. The English that we learn, basically this one is not like we have been forced to take some English classes back home, and it was British English. It was completely different from American English. We were forced to take the English classes just to pass the class, because back home taking English courses and taking exam is mandatory. But otherwise we didn't get the desire, the ability to really learn and to express it like that.
Thank you, Issa. Issa have said it most of the thing, but I think you also probably have something to add on this topic about sharing the struggle, and possibly what I want most is to help our brothers there to overcome some of the struggles that they are facing right now. So can you guys still share in some of the struggles and then how you guys overcome them?
Yeah, thank you. Besides what my friend, my brother said, according to the language, that's important. The other thing I will focus on is struggling with classes. Of course, first of all, the language is different, and even you have it is a native language, it doesn't matter. For sure, you will have some classes that will be struggling. So the thing to overcome that is here in the United States, we are the education system is really good in such way that you have centers to help students to overcome the struggles. So it doesn't matter what struggle you're going through. If you're going through mental struggle, health struggle,
there are a lot of services that
so that's something that helps. So I use a lot the writing center, and the writing center is meant for school students to bring the assignment or whatever they can get, what classes they can get through. so to help them. They have like students there, and they have professors there.
Yeah.
So you go there, you explain your struggle, and they will guide you to get like
to get the points where you want to go.
So I think
that's something very interesting.
Yeah.
As you mentioned it, some of the schools have the services that are helping students
clinics.
Yes, riding. There are ridings, and there are something. There is something else that he mentioned, like psychology,
Yeah, like they have.
and the hospital. Last time you mentioned it's like medical, help that some people are having
we health services.
Health service. Some of the service on campus can be helpful for people to overcome the problems that they're facing, and especially talking to people. Another issue probably I might go struggle, I might go, as we all share the same struggle, is the loneliness.
Okay.
Because when you come here, it's like you might be the first one from your family to be here. You have nobody to be with. And
about loneliness, about loneliness, I can say I have experienced that because my first semester I was staying on campus. So staying on campus, like actually I have nobody there. Like I didn't know
anybody. Yep.
Yeah, like in the campus and like in the city, like around
where you were,
the area. So most of the time I will stay in my room, or like sometimes I will be in the library if I have something to do. Or like in the dining room if I need to eat. So it is kind of like hard, but there are like again that's something that American education has. Like they put some stuff in place or system in place to bring
you guys together.
Yep. It doesn't matter international student, and like sometimes they are really focused on international student. Like this is for
foreign,
foreign, like So you can like
multicultural.
Like, actually, in my school, my first university, it was really what I did like there is like. Before I got there, they already set up an international student, Africa, for me. To take care of me, whatever I need, whatever I want. So exactly. And from him, like whatever I will need, I will call him, I will test him, and like it was fluent. Like my brother, like African, and like we have like kind of same culture.
That's very
understand each other, and he has friends. Like he was so nice to
building the connections.
Whatever they have, he will like bring me like a kind of involve me. So like from there I knew a lot of people, and I wasn't really feeling lonely anymore. So,
I think from the loneliness you build the connections, and then from the you say something very important. There are the connections that you build by yourself, and then there are some service. I mean some structure that already the college or the school already put in place that can help you guys to come together, to know each other from wherever you guys come from, and to build a kind of new family that can be worthy for you guys. I think that's very good to. So is that something to say about loneliness?
I think I got something. I was like, well, should I say this one, and I'm going to say it because it's very important, because I want to be very, through this video, I'm going to try to be very grateful to my host families and stuff, unlike my brother, who, he in his school he got the school already serve some small community where you can join to work on your communication skill, to build some new friendships, relationships and stuff. But in my first years of school, of college, Northeast Community College, in our community college we don't have this kind of African community, but we do have like some student leadership, student leadership association and some small associations, some other associations, but this one is completely different. It's not a community. This was just an association, just to try to help out future students. This is what is not an association and stuff. So I got myself involved over there a little bit, but it was a little bit very hard for me, because over there your you're required to provide a service to someone because you're an association, not to improve your English speaking, but to provide a service to future students. One thing I have done a lot, and I don't really regret it, was, just to build a very strong relationship of, getting a host family. Because a lot of international, when they come to United States, so at school you can build a very friendship relationship, working relationship over there. But one thing is very important also is to look for a host family. Once you got an host family, sometimes the host family can even get you, bring you to their house. You cook and you share your stories. So, you're kind of a part of, a family.
So host family is like kind of a community people.
Yeah, a community people. Some people, it could be a school instructors, teacher. It could be a, school staff that are looking for, a foreign student to foster, to foster. So, they will accept them like their own family member. So, and then if you got lucky enough, you will, get a nice host family, and then they will provide with everything, helping you with your communication skills. You will be going to their house, and some going even farther. I know one guy from Brazil. He's a foreign student. He got a host family. His host family even told him to come to their house and live with them. So his host family, he doesn't have to pay a house. He doesn't have to pay for food, even the transportation. Everything was completely free. So the guy got very lucky. Getting a host family is also very important.
Thank you very much.
And thanks my host family, Corina Hansen and Jason, and also Ron, Dallas, and Dave. Thank you so much for everything you guys said.
They will hear you, and they will be happy about all that.
Okay.
Thank you, Isa, and Abdul, for sharing all that to our followers. They always are thankful to you guys about what you're sharing here. That will be helpful to them. And I have to mention, as all of us being international students or experiencing this path, I can tell you that on some of school, as international students, when we come first, like we said, some of the school have the structure. In my Western Iowa Tech Community College, when I have been, there are things that they call a multicultural club. Multicultural club is the club that welcome all the students from different backgrounds, different countries. So when you come there, you will see people from United States, like the white people, black people from different ethnic group. If you see Spanish, you see the Arab, you see people from Asia, South Korea, China, and Europe. All of them in the same, and something very interesting part of this is when we come all together as international students, some of us do not speak English. And when we come, those who are coming from South Korea, those who are coming from South America, or from Africa, we all come and to start learning English. As we met together to start learning all together as beginner. It helped us, all of us, to develop our skills as
Yeah, because also it's helping you know that you are not the only one.
Yep.
So because once you go to a small community like that and find out that because if you used to be very shy, addressing to people because you know that you don't have self-confidence and your English is not that much, and you feel like, well, I'm very shameful about it, and one day you go over there and you find that you are not the only one. Also, it's very helpful a lot. Yes.
Thank you very much, Isa. Thank you, Abdul, for sharing all that to our followers. As we said, it's very interesting for us to share this experience about our first impressions in our first semester, our struggles there, and also not only our struggles, but some of the actions that we took to overcome our struggles will help. We hope some of the brothers who are planning to join this this path of being international student, who already maybe struggling and need something to overcome. So I just want to say thank you. If you guys have something to mention, you can mention it out. Otherwise, I will just close.
Yeah, just go ahead. I think.
Yeah, I think we already said pretty much everything.
Are you guys promising to come back and next time and then share?
Yeah. Next time, if you guys have any, concern, you can feel free to write it on the comment section, and we will go ahead and answer. If we don't answer over there, we go into make it a topic and then try to delay that
video.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Isa. Thank you for all of you guys. Keep commenting. Keep sending your questions. Making I mean, keep supporting us overall, and we will be here every time to serve you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you next time.
Yeah.